So natively distributed, meaning that ElasticSearch doesn't need anything external to scale.
Like Zookeeper.
Yeah, like Zookeeper.
Okay.
But there is a Zookeeper module if you like Zookeeper.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's by natively I mean it's built in.
Okay.
It's built in, it doesn't.
Does it still require a container, just like Solar?
No.
It doesn't. So even that, does it run on Jetty or Netty or?
It uses a Netty, I believe,
Okay.
as an interface, but it's built into the product. It's
Right.
not external. So we're on times 3:30. So this goes 25 more minutes. Is that right? Let's go 3:55. So yeah. So let's take a look a little bit. Oh, there's just
350.
yeah. Okay. So we got 20 minutes. So this will be good. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what some of this looks like. We can go through pretty quick. And this will answer some stuff. So I have, can you guys read that okay? Does that look good? Good for you? Okay. So this demo I've been using a little bit older release. This is .19. There's a .20 release and a .90 release. And they're working on a 1.x release. So the numbering is kind of funny. They were doing, I mean, we're technologists. Something's got to get at least to a 1.0 version before we can trust it, right? It's like a dot what? No, that's obviously way too old. And so a few projects have run into this problem where they get up to a point and then they start renumbering everything to make it look better. React, if you guys are familiar with that, they have the same problem. So they're up on a 1.x release and stuff. So I have just I have a bunch of scripts set up here. So I have one here. So this is essentially how you start Elasticsearch. The bin Elasticsearch is a script. It's a Java application. -f will start it up on the command line so that you can see what it's doing. So if I just do this, so this will come up, it'll tell me some information about what it's doing. So it says mass mastered. Actually, that's the name of the node. So Elasticsearch is a little bit funny in that all the nodes have a name. You can pick one or it will pick one. And it has some interesting names. So for example, I've had Satan come up on my cluster one time. I've had Sauron come up on my cluster. It's like, no wonder it's not working right. Sauron and Satan are on the cluster, so obviously having trouble here. So
isn't it Marvel Universe characters, something like that?
It's got a wide variety. I don't know quite where they get it from, but
I think it's
frequently on Satan.
yeah, so some of it's kind of funny to see what they could come up with. So I've got a second window here. I'm in the same place, so I'm going to do that again. So here's a second node starting up. It's on the same machine. So its name is Carter Gazganian, I guess, whatever, something. A little bit fun. So if you notice up here, it says mass master added Carter, what's his face? So mass master is in this case the master node, and it's not a true master slave kind of a situation. All nodes are equal, but it does have a master node that helps to coordinate some things with it. And of course, if mass master goes offline, we bring it back up, and he'll connect to the other node as needed. So down here we say that this node started. So we just started a 2-node cluster. We're kind of in shape there. Let's back over a little bit. May not go through quite all of these, but so these are some scripts that I have set up that do some things. So this should look familiar. These are the documents that we saw a little bit earlier. So again, if you look at the first document, the index is Twitter, and the type actually is user. It's a little different type, but you can put documents of different type in the same index and search them by specifying the index. If you want to specify the type, now you can narrow the type down, and you can search multiple indexes and multiple types at the same time, depending on what information that you're interested in. So now if we execute this, so you see over here on the right that it gave us some more information about. So it has so you can see it says shards 5, 1. So it's 5 shards, 1 replica, and then so it gives a type. It gives a type user, says dynamic. Type tweet says dynamic. So it gives you a little bit of information about what it did in there. And then when it comes back over here, it says this OK true, and it says it 3 times because we did 3 different documents. So the OK true is Elasticsearch's way of saying it worked. Congratulations. And it gives you back the IDs here. This underscore ID is what it's using. So now if we look at an example of a get here. So we asked it to get that document back, and obviously it gave it to us, no big deal. Look at the next one. So this is a search. So this is, the query is user kimchi. And if we look at our documents up here, we can see that all 3 of them have a user of kimchi. So we expect if we execute this, that we should get all 3 documents back. And we got a shard failure. That's interesting. More. So the demo gods are not liking me very much at the moment. So if we do, I swear it worked earlier. So let's see it. Oh, okay, I know.
Your IP came up.
Is that right?
Well, I kind of noticed that you had the same IP address, the 2.15 on the top window and on the bottom. I don't see any other IP addresses.
Yeah, so this is 9200. If you'll notice,
So it's the same instance, but running on a different board.
93.
yeah, it's running. So Elasticsearch by default uses ranges 9200 to 9299 for RESTful access. 9300 to 9399 as its communications port. Normally, when you do this, probably since I was playing around earlier, your first node will come up on 9200 and 9300. Your second node will come up on 9201 and 9301. Mine came up on 9302 and 9202. So that's why we're not getting that. So the idea, part of the idea here was to show that I can kill this thing. I can kill the master node, and then go ahead and do my search query and get back all the documents that I want, right? So we expect we get all 3 documents back, and we did. This one's supposed to be there we go. Now it's dead. Try that again. So we still get all 3 of our documents, right? That's what we want to. So we'll pull this back up, and down here we should see that it connects. So it says it received a join node. This guy's name is Damien Margot now. Don't know who that is. Or Martin Damien. Margot.
He's related to same.
Apparently. Apparently he is. So this one came back up on port 9200.
Is there anything to call like .pretty?
I'm sorry?
Can you do something called .pretty and curly braces where it will just give like a tabulator format or something?
I'm having a hard time hearing.
Is there a pretty form of that command that'll format it nicely to show?
Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, because I have it here, let's see. Yeah, so in this one, if you see where it says pretty equals true,
Okay.
so that's where we get. So if we execute this one,